In this short video, I'm going to show you how to downsize a property and then reinvest a surplus. So we're going to sell an existing home, buy a new home, and then reinvest the surplus from that sale. So the first thing that I have done is I've gone to timeline, and then I've created an event at age 75 for them to downsize the home. So now I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and then I'm going to go and edit the existing property. So I'm going to click on property and click on the main residence. Now it's the timing that I need to edit here. So I'm going to click on timing. Now by default, we assume that the property is going to be in the plan from the start until it liquidates at the plan end. So what I'm now going to do is edit the sell event and drag and drop that new downsize home event into the sell event box up there, and then click done. Now what we'll see here is the effect on the chart, on the cash flow chart. And I'm now just going to click on details, and you'll see the spike here for when the home was liquidated. So we can see asset liquidation there of 413,553. And if I just now double click on that bar there to get into the year view, and we'll see there in cash flow, we'll see the asset liquidation. And then if we go to property, we'll see that the property is being liquidated. And then if I go to investments, I will see that because it's a joint property, the net sale proceeds there are split 50-50 between Mr. and Mrs. and going into their respective cash accounts. Okay, so now what we intend to do is to buy a new property. So I go to dashboard, and then for a new property, I go and click on the plus button in the bottom right hand corner and click on property. And I'm going to just call it the new home. And I'm going to give it a market value, in this case in a present value of £150,000. Now, is it a future purchase? Yes, it is. And then I'm going to go and edit the timing again. So in this case, you see the default again assumes it's going from the start of the plan to mortality, and it's this buy event that I want to edit. So I'm now going to drag and drop the downsize home into the buy event box at the top there. So now I'm going to click done, and now the chart will change, and what we will see here is an extra cost. So if I again double click on that year there to get the year view, and still see the liquidation proceeds coming in. If I click on property now, I'll see the property being sold and a new property being bought. Now I also, if I click on expenses there, you'll see that property being bought as an expense. Now on the investment side of things, because we're using some of the proceeds to buy the new home, there is less amount going into their respective cash accounts, but it's £65,000 each to say it's going into cash. So what we're now going to do is we're going to invest that cash. So again, I'm going to go to dashboard, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a transfer. I've already got for these guys a general investment account, an unwrapped account that I can transfer the money into. So I'm going to add a transfer. So I'm going to click on the plus button in the bottom right hand corner and choose the option for transfers. Now you can also do this through the general investment account. And I'm going to now fill in my basic details. So the transfer from, I'm going to choose the source, and that is from surplus. That's where the money goes before it gets transferred anywhere else. So I'm going from all surplus. It's not their cash accounts. That only goes into the cash accounts at the end of the planning year. So it's in surplus at the moment, and I'm going to do transfer to, and I'm going to choose that general investment account, that unwrapped account there. I'm not going to have a specific amount. It's going to be all available at that point in time. It's not recurring, but I still need to tell the software when I want to do that transfer. So I'm going to go to timing. And again, I'm going to choose the downsize event. So this is where I want it to happen. So drag and drop that downsize event into when I want the transfer to happen and click done. So again, the chart will change and update. So here, look, my total mean line now covers the whole of the big spike. So again, let me double click to show you exactly what's happened. So still the liquidation proceeds, still the property being sold and then the new one being bought. But let's now look at the investments and see where that's changed. So instead of the funds going into their respective savings accounts, it's going into the general investment account. Okay, I hope you found this useful and thanks for listening.